Hi, everyone. As we start week 2, I'm sure you're feeling a lot more confident than you did before we started this training program. I want you to remember your commitment to setting aside time where you can give your undivided attention to participate in this training so that you can get the most out of this training. Remember, this isn't school. This is something that you just sleep through. You came here because you wanted to be here. You came here and put your money on the table. So make sure that you are getting the most out of it. After week 1, you should now have a better understanding of what needs to be done as you assemble your team. So you have a clear path to follow. And I hope that you're more comfortable with the word recruiting, because a lot of coaches out there are intimidated when they hear it. They're uncomfortable to use it. And this is something that we're going to be talking about this week, is overcoming fears and creating belief. You need to understand that you can know every fact and facet and the ins and outs of the coaching, business opportunity. You can believe that this is a legitimate opportunity that will bring amazing things into your life, mentally, emotionally, financially, all these different things. But if you're too scared to do it, you're not going to get anywhere. So what we want to talk about this week is how you can learn to be more confident and how you can overcome your fears and what it's going to take to do it. Because more than anything, we don't want you to take this information and just sit on it. We want you to go out there and immediately implement it. So we have the 3 vital behaviors. This is something that every top coach embraces. We make it ours. We make it part of who we are. We make it part of our life. We make it non-negotiable. We make it something that becomes so easy that it's just like we're breathing. If you're a new coach and you're not familiar with the 3 vital behaviors, I do encourage you to go in and to click on news and training and the 3 vital behaviors. Maybe save this, print this, and have it there as a reminder. Have it as your screensaver. Have it somewhere where you know if somebody were to ask you right now, what are the 3 vital behaviors, you're able to tell them. I also want you to make a note to go in, whether it's today, I don't know if you have enough time for your schedule, but make sure that you set a date to get this part done. Go under Coach Training Academy, under the news and training, and click on 3 vital behavior training. You see, I'm a 3 vital behaviors training facilitator. I go out and I teach these workshops. They are 5 hours worth of content. We promised you that we would keep this condensed so that we didn't just take up all of your day where you felt overwhelmed. So I cannot give you all this information in a 5-minute video. So it is your duty as a business owner and as a coach, if you want to have more extensive training, find one in your area or go in here and watch these training videos via YouTube and read this document here on PDF. This is going to help you understand it. But I'm going to share with you what the 3 vital behaviors are. One is invite, invite, invite. That's scary. When I say invite, 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 I'm not saying run across the parking lot and chase people and accost them and give them information and tell them how excited you are about Beachbody. What invite means really is connect, connect, connect. Reach out to the people in your life. Make them feel important. Talk to them, care about them, learn about them, ask questions, interact with them, become their friends. Do the same thing to other people that you meet, that you come across. Talk to them, smile at them, ask them questions instead of going to the grocery store and looking down at your phone and tuning them out. Instead of getting on an elevator and looking at people like they're crazy and not talking to them. Instead of going to your children's gymnastic or baseball games and sitting there and looking at the other moms and not talking to them, make a point to talk to them. People like friendly people. People like positive people. So basically what you're doing is inviting people to be your friend and then being a good friend, taking time to get to know them. This is so important because our job is based on relationships. And this is based on things that we're helping people do and overcome that are personal, mental, and emotionally attached, that they're not going to open up to you if they don't feel that you genuinely care and that they can trust you and that you're going to be honest and that you're going to be kind to them. So you need to learn how to work on your relationships. Once you do that, you can basically invite people to your challenge group. So this means you have to once a month have a challenge group and something specific to invite people to so that you can show them what it is you're doing. You ask people if they want to come. If they say no, they say no. You put them on a list and later on check back with them, or at least you ask them. You never know unless you ask. If you don't ask, it's always no. And then essentially, as you do this and you regularly get used to this, you become better with people, more confident talking to people. And the more you hear no, the less it bothers you. The biggest thing is if somebody says no, your life is going to go on. But you want to keep building your relationships, building a base of people that you know, sharing what you do so that you can connect with them. So make sure that you see this as connecting with people. I'm not talking about putting flyers on people's cars. I'm not talking about attacking people, or as soon as you're near them, making sure that you tell them loudly that you're a beach body and telling them that, you need to get fit. But this is just talking to people, connecting to them, and genuinely caring. The second one of the 3 vital behaviors is be proof that the product works. So this means that you need to make sure you're drinking Shakeology every day. Take your shaker cup with you. You need to be working out using a program so that you have some success. You do not have to have had completed a program. I started my journey as a coach 13 days into P90X, knowing nothing about fitness, never completing anything, and only drinking Shakeology for 13 days prior to that. So you don't have to have completed a program. You don't have to own every program. You don't have to have reached your goal weight. You don't have to have 6-pack abs. You just have to be proof that the product works. You have to have some testimony of why you love the products, whether it helped, you with your cravings, whether you now have a support system. Now you can do 5 push-ups and you couldn't do it before. Now you can, sit comfortably somewhere and your body not ache. Whatever it is, there has to be something that is a testimony towards the products. Wearing a wear and share. I have a P90X tank top on now. If you're going to get apparel, get P90X or Insanity. Those are the ones that everybody knows about and everybody's heard about. And it will strike up a conversation. Now, a lot of you are probably saying, well, I'm not doing Insanity or P90X and I never will, or I don't own it. I'm not going to wear that. Well, we all wear apparel of things that, sports that we don't play for the team. So the thing is, wear it because it strikes up a conversation. You know how many times people have said to my husband, oh, you're an Insanity instructor? He's like, no, but my wife is. And then it brings up conversation. So then that way you make new friends and you can connect and then you can invite. So make sure that you are proof that the product works. Your story doesn't have to match my story or somebody else's story, but there has to be something that you can tell somebody of why you're here. You have a story. You may not have realized what your story is because you're thinking that it has to be the same exact story as so-and-so, or it has to be this, 100-pound weight loss, or it has to be that you've completed 5 programs, or you did a half marathon because you've completed Insanity and P90X. It doesn't have to be like anybody else. It is your story. So once you know what it is and you can identify why you're here, then you have your story that you can share so that you can show that you're proof that the products work. Make sure that you are doing your workouts. Make sure you're drinking Shakeology every day. If you're somebody who's been hospitalized or can't work out right now, don't think that your business can't run. Find a way to make it work. Follow the 21-day fixed meal plan, post recipes, and things to educate people. Drink your Shakeology still every day. Do 3-day refresh. Do ultimate reset. There's always a way for you to continue being the part of the product. Your business is not seasonal and is not based on whether you can work out or not. You can be a proof the product works regardless of whether you can work out or not. So the last one we're going to talk about is personal development. So many people out there refuse to do personal development because they think it's for the weak-minded, or they think that they're going to have to change, or lots of reasons, or they don't like to read, or they have ADD, or they can't read. Personal development can be done several ways. You can subscribe to Chalene Johnson Build Your Tribe podcast. The National Wake Up Call is part of what is considered personal development. You can watch videos on YouTube. I have a YouTube channel full of training information about the 3 vital behaviors, about how to build social media, about how to build better relationships, about how to get your family involved, all sorts of things. Those are forms of personal development, things that make you grow, things that make you think, things that sharpen your skills, things that help you with your weaknesses, help you overcome the things that hold you back. Personal development has been monumental to my personal growth, mentally and emotionally, and it has kept me moving ahead instead of getting stuck or reverting back to who I was. This is life-changing. And this is what is the missing link to a lot of people's success as a coach. They can sell challenge packs. They can meet people and talk to people. They have the 6-pack abs we're talking about, but they lack personal development. So they're negative. They are competitive. They see other people as their, competition instead of, an ally and somebody to work with. They don't know how to work well as a team. They don't know how to communicate. They take everything personally. They feel like they're the victim. They feel like they're entitled, or they're still completely, lacking in self-confidence. and they are scared to go out in public, and because they still see themselves as maybe that 400-pound person who's now down to 200, because mentally they haven't trained their brain, they haven't fed their mind, they haven't grown alongside everything else that they've changed about them. And this is what is missing. This is a game changer. So if you haven't done it or started, make sure you start. One thing I'm going to show you is some of the books that are my favorite. Eat That Frog. It is about setting goals, not procrastinating. This one is my favorite. The Power of Nice. This will help every facet of your life, your relationships, the way you do business, the way you treat people, the way you see people, how you forgive, how you deliver your message. Great read for beginning coaches. Very little book. Same thing with Eat That Frog. I have 2 more that are easy, or 3 more that are easy to read. The Compound Effect. Again, something that will change every aspect of your life. It's not just about coaching or business, from Darren Hardy. Another one, Go for No. The people who are wanting to overcome fear and are scared of hearing no, that means you're not asking enough. But you're not asking enough because you're scared of no. Read Go for No. Look at this little teeny book. Then we have right here, Go Pro. This is another easy read. This isn't so much about, the personal development, but this really tells you how to market your business through social media, through network marketing, and how to build a customer base based on marketing yourself versus a product. Great, great, easy read again. So this one is another favorite, 25 Ways to Win with People and How to Win Friends and Influence People. This, How to Win Friends and Influence People, and John Maxwell's 25 Ways to Win with People and Power of Nice. Those are all books that are great if you have a hard time cultivating relationships, if you have a hard time working with people, if you have a hard time communicating with people. Great books. These are the 2 new ones that I got. You Are a Badass and Girl Boss. I haven't read them, but I've heard great reviews. So those are my recommendations. They're not big books. They're not boring books. These are books to help you grow your business. When you see that this is the best investment in yourself, and that, you can also write it off for business because you're investing in yourself, and you see this as something that's non-negotiable, and you see this as something that successful people do. Study any successful person and they engage in personal development. Make it yours. So I hope this has helped. If you have any questions, reach out to me, and I hope that you continue to feed your mind and overcome fear and kick it in the face as we move on throughout.